Hello, this is Evan, and we're going to talk about how to use the Child Insurance and Child Care Cost Calculator. The purpose of this calculator is to determine the children's share of the insurance premium costs each month, as well as what the annualized cost of child care is for the children. So before we begin, as always, we're going to try to make sure we have the best documents to show us what this information is. You're going to need a benefit statement from your employer that shows the cost of your insurance premiums for yourself, for your children, for your family, for your spouse, a chart that lays that out. I'm going to show you an example of that in a minute. You need a copy of your insurance card that shows who's covered on the plan, or a statement from your HR or employer that shows you which dependents are covered. For the child care costs, you're going to need a payment ledger from the provider or invoice, shows your payments, receipts, canceled checks showing how much you're paid. So let's begin first by looking at the chart that I've pulled here from the internet. This is a chart for a federal employment from OPM that shows us cost of health insurance. And what you'll see here is we need to know the type of enrollment that you have. And in this case, we're going to be using the standard option. You can see in the type of enrollment that we're set up with a standard option self-only and a standard option self and family. We know that it's a biweekly deduction, so we're going to be using the column showing your share for biweekly. So we know the first amount, $87.82, is for the employee only, and then $204.98 is for the employee plus their family. That's important to be used in the calculator. So if we look here at the calculator, I've entered into the row that says medical plan the employee cost of $87.82 and then the employee plus family cost of $204.98. I've also done the same thing for the dental plan and the vision plan. What the calculator does is determine the difference and add them all together. So we know for each pay period, each biweekly pay period, the deduction is $255.33. From that deduction, the children's share is $135.30. The next thing you need to do is put in the number of children. In this case, we have 2. And also if there are any other dependents, such as a spouse or a child that's not from this case, you need to put in, because the calculator needs to know the number of dependents, especially when we're dealing with a plan that's employee plus family. The calculator figured out that the monthly cost for the children only is $195.43. Now for child care costs, what you'll do is put in the name of the provider, the cost, and the frequency of those payments. And it's going to figure out the annualized amount and then determine the monthly expense, $628.33. I think it's very straightforward. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, happy calculating.